On Monday, a 16-year-old girl opened fire at a Christian school in Wisconsin. Some people say that she was trans, and others deny that. That's not what we're going to be focusing on. It is unclear as of right this second, but if something comes out in the future, we definitely will update. But what we do know, every single student, along with the many of other teachers, will now be traumatized for the rest of their life. My heart goes out to every single person impacted and every single person that was related to anybody that was at that school at the moment. I don't know how you were thinking. I don't know what was going through your guys' heads. For parents that don't have control over their children at that very moment, I don't know what you were thinking a week before Christmas. This is just devastating. And my heart goes out to every single person. 2 people were killed and others were wounded. Then the shooter selfishly took her own life. Police cannot find a manifesto as for right now, or at least that's what they are telling us, but I think I found something that is close to a manifesto at very least. Let's just say this school shooter was a Trump supporter. Do you really think that the mainstream media and every other liberal government official would not point towards Trump and say that he is the problem? They definitely would, and we saw that on January 6th. What exactly happened on Monday? We don't know how the school allowed this person to get into the school with a gun, but we do know that it was a 9mm pistol. We know that she used Discord a lot and posted a thing on Discord that I would like to call the manifesto. I don't know why the school is not calling this a manifesto. It has the same exact sound of a manifesto. It looks like a manifesto. If it talks like a manifesto, if it looks like a manifesto, it is definitely a manifesto. This is what it says. Women are the only hope for this wrenched world. But even women have been brainwashed by molds for too long. They've been internalized by the patriarchy and turned on each other, always begging for male approval and validation. Disgusting. I realized the truth. Men are irredeemable. Hitler was vindicated now. They cannot be reformed or redeemed. They are a fucking Scrooge upon earth. The only solution is a total extermination of them in every fallen who worships these parasites. Every single male must be wiped out, from babies to the elderly. Only then can women be free to create a new world. I'll be the pioneer. I'll be the first to take the first step. I don't care if they're fathers, brothers, husbands, sons, teachers, police, and especially the N-words or politicians. I've been craving to kill them all. This is my mission. Only when their parasitic sludge has been expunged from this earth is when then the world will be clean and women can start over. It's the only way. In approximately 10 minutes, Sai should be dead. It's strange, but it feels good. So this is a little bit before the mass shooter committed the atrocity that she ended up doing, and she posted that on Discord. I know that the police are not coming out and saying that this is the manifesto. It looks and talks like a manifesto, so again, we're going to talk about it as if it is the actual manifesto. People are saying that that was her chats on Discord. Again, it is not 100% verified at this moment, but it's her account. She uses this account all the time. She has other accounts with the same exact username. We can connect the 2 dots here, okay? As for right now, this is exactly what is connected to the mass shooter. This is exactly what we have for information as for right now. I don't know why we cannot talk about the issue at hand, since this is now the 4th religious school shooting to happen within the last 10 years. We've seen at Nickel Mines Amish School that was shot at in 2008, then St. Mary's Catholic School in 2018, then the Covenant School in 2023. And now this one. The high school that I used to go to did was search everybody's bag when you first came into the school using a metal detector. This is exactly what every single school should do to prevent this from happening in the future. But of course, this is not the solution that the Democrats in the mainstream and the Democrats in the government want us to do. Instead, they just want us to ban rifles for some reason, which it doesn't even make any sense because rifles are not the problem. This is not a rifle shooting. This is a pistol shooting. Even if you banned rifles, this school shooting would have still happened. And people are still calling for rifles to be banned, which doesn't even make any sense. They say high capacity rifles as if a 10 mag cannot be replaced with another 10 mag that has bullets. Like what? It takes literally 5 seconds to just switch around the mag. You can have a double-sided mag. You can solder it together the opposite way, and then all you have to do is switch it out. Within 5 seconds, you can do another 10 rounds. So what? So a 20-round magazine is now banned for the average American, but then a school shooter can go and use a 10 round twice, which, yeah, I mean, any person could actually do that. You could just solder the two magazines together. Now you're carving out this thing that all of us that are law-abiding citizens have to follow just because of a few bad apples that are already breaking enough laws. This person was under the age of 18. Any person under the age of 18 cannot obtain a firearm. Number one. Number two, she stole this gun from somebody else. It's not in her name. That's number two. Number three, it is a federal crime to bring in a gun at any federal building. This was a school. The fourth law is killing people. Okay, number four. So there's multiple laws that she broke in this situation, just not. What makes you think that the sixth law is going to stop her, or the seventh law, or the 10th law, or the 20,000th law? It's not going to stop her. This is the exact timeline of the events. At 10:57 a.m., a teacher calls 911 to report the shooting. He clarified that Tuesday, it wasn't a student that called, but the second grader teacher. So the media was talking about a second grade teacher. I thought that it was a second grader that actually called 911, or the teacher put the kid on the phone. Either way, it's a very disgusting situation. At 11 a.m., 3 minutes later, the first law enforcement officer arrives. A deputy with the Dane County Sheriff's Office was the first officer to arrive on the scene. 11:01 a.m., authorities enter the school. 24 seconds after the deputy arrives at the school, a Madison police officer arrives and they immediately enter the school. Okay, so this could have been prevented 3 minutes earlier if there was already an officer with a firearm right there at the school. At 11:05, officers say that the suspect is down. Officers inside the school say that the shooter is down and the gun has been recovered. Barnes says that the chief said that the internal investigation shows that the shooting died from an apparent suicide. Ambient Life did not have a school resource officer or metal detectors. Cameras in the building are monitored, doors remain locked, and every student is visibly scanned by staff as they arrive in the school. Okay, so again, the student went through the scanning that the school did. Of course, they should have metal detectors and a resource officer. I don't know why they don't, especially being a religious school, knowing that there was just a religious school shooting last year. So yeah, these schools need to be more prepared. At 11:13, Madison police announced school shooting. At 11:14, authorities worked to clear the building. At 11:23, authorities used canines to clear the building. 11:26, first victim transported to the hospital. 12:15 to 12:30, first press briefings hold. 12:16, Governor Evers announces that he was briefed. 12:32, school posts to social media. 3:07 p.m., Evers released a full-length statement. 4 p.m., President Biden releases a statement. 5:30 p.m., police provide an update. 8:01 p.m., school says all students have been reunited. 8:30 p.m., suspect teen shooter identified. So they released the identity of the school shooter 9 hours after the school shooting took place. Again, they didn't rush into revealing the identity of the school shooter because it was a 15-year-old, so they didn't want to pin it down at the wrong person here. This would have been prevented if they just had metal detectors at the point of entry. I mean, that's exactly what I would have did, and if they had a resource officer, then the resource officer could have stopped the shooting immediately after it taking place. Now again, because of the fact that this shooter was on Discord, all of the Discord chats should be revealed to the public, and of course they're not gonna. The police like to keep all this information and then only release exactly what they want to release. They should release everything about this shooting. So with that being said, again, the solution is not to ban guns. The solution here is to have more security measures. Just like at airports, you need to go through all of these things. You don't need to ban guns to have safety at airports. You need to have more security. And that's exactly what they found after 9/11. They scan everybody coming in. They put you through metal detectors. They have all these security measures, have the same security measures you would have going into an airport, going into a school. Have ex-military there searching, have people that are actually certified in searching people at every single door. This would also prevent people from smuggling in vapes or weed and stuff like that, which you shouldn't even have in federal buildings anyway. This is a two birds and one stone situation here. So with that being said, that's the solution. That's exactly what we should be doing. It's not banning guns. Banning guns is not going to fix the problem all of a sudden. You're going to find an illegal gun. You're going to use a gun that's not banned. You're going to use a knife, for Christ's sake. There's always something else that the shooter will use to commit this atrocity. Again, the Boston Mass bomber used a crock pot. Are we going to ban all crock pots? No, we're not. We're not going to ban all crock pots just because one lunatic used it to detonate a building. It's just stupid. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening, and I hope they have a great rest of your day. If you did enjoy this episode, I do post new episodes of the show every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening, and I hope they have a great rest of your day.